Hello everyone, this is Diane. Today is the 4th of July, which is Independence Day here in the United States. So I want to wish all of my American friends, viewers, subscribers a happy Independence Day. And a summer holiday means good days at the flea market. So I went down early today to the stockyards at 7 a.m. and so I could get a parking spot, because after that it's difficult. And I got a lot of good stuff. But I also went yesterday. They're open on Sundays on the holiday weekends, and I don't normally go because I go to church, but I didn't go to church yesterday. So I went down yesterday, and I went down pretty early, about 8, and there weren't very many vendors, but I got some things that I've never found at flea markets before. And the same with today. But I want to give you a brief glimpse of this. I'm not showing you what's inside it. It's an old scrapbook. And this, oh my goodness, even older scrapbook. And both of them are chock full of goodies, which I will show you in a separate video. Isn't that cover beautiful? So I'm going to make a separate video so we can go through those two scrapbooks. How does that sound? This is the spine off of the really, really old one. So let's first take a look at yesterday's. This was one of my first finds yesterday. This wooden yoke sort of thing with a thick ball chain and all of these leather scraps attached. And I was afraid to ask how much she wanted for it, but it was really, really cheap. So I got it. And when I picked it up, I found more leather underneath it. And she charged me a really great price for these pieces also. So these are just leather samples, and it comes in different colors. I like the little square shape. You could patch them together. Use them for pockets, and it has information about each sample, so that it's 100% cowhide. This one is called sorry, Steamboat Oxblood. What's this green one called? Brighton Lichen. Swatches for color guide only. Each hide may vary in color. And this is the brand of it, I guess, Comfort Design. And then larger samples. So I believe these could be folded to make a field guide size, like a traveler's notebook. And again, beautiful covers. They do have the holes in them for the chain to go through. I didn't count them, but there's a lot of samples here. I'll be putting some of these in my shop. I don't take reservations. I just list things, and I do a video to let you know. So if you're interested in anything that I show today that might be in my shop, not everything will go in. Isn't that pretty? I love that back side. This one's called Durango Strawberry. You can favorite my shop, and you'll get notifications when I list new items. And you can click the bell on my channel, Galaxy Garnet. Ooh, really pretty. And that will notify you when I have a new video. And I always do a video when I list new items. These are the other pieces. Shall I tell you? She charged me $2 for that yoke and $1 for this pile. And they are real leather. Brazilian cowhide. But this, I didn't measure it, but it looks like, I've got a measuring tape right here. Looks like a great size for a traveler's notebook. It's a little bit wide, but I could cut it if I wanted it to be as narrow as a traveler's notebook, but I could use them just like this. It's a little over 5 1/4 by almost 9. So that's just a little bigger than a traveler's notebook, which I believe are about 4¼ by 8¼ or something like that. But this is a great size too. They're just beautiful. I am so happy with these. So this is one of the items that I've never found at a flea market, was leather at this, in this quantity. Look at this. I have had scraps of leather. I love this tooled one. What is this called? Western Tool. Look at that. Rich color. Echo Merlot. And these are a cute little shape. Got 3 of those. And then just some pieces that were cut. Oh, this is a sample too. Just a bigger sample. It's called Maverick. And this, I believe, was just cut from a larger piece. Look at that. That's a big piece of leather. And if you look online for leather, which I did when I wanted to make traveler's notebooks a few years ago, quite a few years ago, it was very expensive. I went to a leather, like a riding tack shop, Western store that's nearby. My husband did, I didn't. He went and inquired, and it was expensive. They only sold them by like half a hide or something. But look at that. I was very amazed and thrilled. It cost me $3 for all of that. She also had this punchinella roll. And this is the other thing that I got yesterday that I've never found at a flea market. Punchinella, if you don't know it, is where they punch sequins out of this, and this is the leftover, and they sell it, and people use it for stenciling. Sorry. So I had been wanting that for years. I know you can buy stencils that have that design in them, but I have real punchinella now. And the other good buys that I got yesterday were this book, Drawing Birds, and it's landscape format. Oh, a $1 book coupon. And it's just got some really cute images on how to draw a bird, but I just thought these pages would be great in journals. And from the same vendor I got this, which is also landscape, America's Horses and Ponies. There were a whole bunch of woodworking, like carving magazines and books, and the man said he got these from this man that I guess he knew him or knew of him, who used these to as a guide for sculpting or whittling or carving. He called it carving wood. But anyway, this is America's Horses and Ponies, and the man just stamped his name all over the place on that cover. The cover is taped down, but it looks plain. And again, we just have some really nice drawings. Oh, look at that. He was doing something for one of his wood pieces, must be. Just some nice drawings. And the last thing I got yesterday wasn't such a big deal, but you know, it was, he was going to charge me 50 cents, but he didn't have any change, so I just gave him $1. It's just a few sheets of photo paper, which I don't have any of, and I thought I would try printing on some and see what I think of it. It's a half a sheet here and 3 sheets. And then this is some stationery that is embroidered, or it's not embroidered, it's because it doesn't go through, but I don't know how they do that, but it's made with real thread. You can feel the thread. I've had some similar pieces. This one is just drawn. Somebody made that. The little candle is glued down, but the rest is sketched on there. And this one, only the... Oh, look at that little tiny bell. And it, I don't know, looks crocheted, but it is teeny tiny, teeny tiny. So these are cute little Christmas papers that someone made. 8 decorated sheets, 8 plain sheets, 8 envelopes. That was yesterday. And I went back down today at 7 o'clock. And here's what I found today. I got this whole bag of teeny tiny little books. They're not in great condition. The covers are bent. But the pages would be wonderful in journals. This is 1949. I had to figure it out. Look at that. All hoity-toity, tails raised high, that is the way the skunks go by. Well, we won't look at all of them. I just want to show you what I got. 5 Fat Piggies, Tunes for Toddlers, Buddy Bear's Last Growl, A Little Mother Goose, The Belonging Book. These are Whitman Tiny Tales. The Owl and the Pussycat, Rover, Tommy Caboose, Fun at the Beach, Soda Pop. This one's 1960. A Cat Called Cindy, The Hound Dog, Plush, Puff's Vegetable Garden, Mockingbird, The Mockingbird Joke, Little Lost Kitten. Did we see that one already? Nope. I know there's a duplicate of this one. I think that's the only duplicate. Cowboy Bill. This one is in really terrible shape. These were 5 cents back in the day. The pages are fine, but the cover is bad. This one's 1950. Sally Squirrel's Wish. I think this one might be the worst cover. Rain and Shine. Animal 123. Little Things. There are 35 books all total here. Telling Time, Playtime, Steve the Steam Shovel. This one I didn't care about, but she included it in the bundle. Monster Jokes and Riddles. I'll probably put that in a bundle at Halloween time. And tiny, tiny books. The Cook Who Forgot. This one is 1960. Capital Publishing Company. The Very Tired Conductor. A Little Girl Who Asked Riddles. The Mailman Who Made Things. A Little Boy Who Liked Puzzles. The Porter Who Hurried and Scurried. And the Engineer Who Hated to Stop. So lots of fun little books. The rest of the books are here. Singer Sewing Machines. This is just a little booklet, but I liked that it had images of the different sewing machine models. Somebody scribbled on that page. $19.13. I can scan these. A Victorian Flower Dictionary. The Language of Flowers Companion. This is 2011. And it just has really pretty illustrations. And it's in excellent condition. It's not very old. I could have gotten a lot more books from this vendor. He had a table full of books about art, like artists, famous artists, like the classics. lots and lots of books that would be wonderful for junk journals, but I have plenty of books, and he was selling them for only $2. So I could have gotten more, but I didn't. I got this one, and this one, and this one from him, and that was it. Drawn from New England, Tasha Tudor. I like Tasha Tudor. And it's another landscape. Not landscape art, but landscape format. This is 1979, and I would like to read it, and then I might use it. But it has a lot of pictures. This is Tasha Tudor sitting in the bird bath. And that's her as a baby with her nanny. Apparently her real name is Starling Burgess. I didn't know that. But in addition to the photographs are some of her drawings. This is from when she was young, a child. But she had published books with illustrations like that. Delicate, country. But look at all the pretty pictures. Even the photographs are wonderful. Look at that. She kind of reminds me of Beatrix Potter. But she lived alone. I mean, I think she has children and grandchildren, but in later years, I don't really know that much about her, but I've seen magazines and books with her in them, and she just has like a homestead where she grows her own food and bakes her own bread and has animals. I believe she is deceased now, but she grew to be very old. And this is a 1959 Popular Photography Color Annual. And it has just some fun pictures that I can use in collages. Oh. Photography. I loved this. Things for my glue books. And photography books will sometimes have nude pictures, but that was only $1 also. I found some more hats. I like to look for hats. Well, I don't look for them, but when I find them, I check out the millinery flowers on them, because you can spend a lot of money just on vintage millinery flowers. But if I find them on a hat, they usually don't charge much for the hats, and then I just take the flowers off. So this was really, really cheap. I can't remember exactly. But this is just a little netting cap with black velvet flowers. I don't think they're real velvet, probably. And they have the little pink stemmy things. I might even be able to use the netting. And this hat, it's a straw hat with, I like the leaves, and there's some like sort of chiffon type of flowers, but some velvet, or petals I mean, some velvet ones tucked in there. And from the same vendor I got, I think there were a dozen of these, and there's only 2 designs. There's that one. They're very delicate, and most of them are this one. This was an excellent deal. I paid a lot of money for the items I'm going to show you tomorrow, especially the old one. But everything else I got really good deals on. These are curtain sets, and this is a chicken one. And they're just the short, like a little cafe curtain sort of thing. And it looks like there's 2 pieces there, but there's quite a lot of material there. And these are newer, But there's 4 pieces. There's the valance that's angled, but I could cut this ruffle off and just cut the chickens apart. But I might see if it'll fit on my little kitchen window. I have a curtain, or a window that needs, I just have one little window in my kitchen. My goodness, let's get the words straight here. So one of these might fit on that, because I love the country look. And these are, I believe these are homemade curtains, and they feature fruit, and they're a nice sturdy material. Oh, they're not homemade. They're from J.C. Penney. But look at the stitching. I wonder if somebody did that. Look at, you can see it. But they're very sturdy. I love the gingham, the cranberry color, and all of the fruit. And there's a lot of material here. So there's 4 pieces of curtains. This was fun. Whenever I see stamps, which isn't that often, at thrift stores or flea markets, they're usually not ones I would want. But she had a little box full of stamps, and I actually found some that I like. And they're all Stampin' Up! This one is called Close to Nature, and it's from 2003. There's acorns and oak leaves, a pine cone, a beautiful flower, and some berries. And this almost looks like a barcode. You could probably stamp it and then cut it apart if you wanted a barcode design. But this is a plaid maker. So you can just use different colors and stamp it and make a plaid. Or use it like that. I think it's neat. This set, when I first saw it, I thought it was strawberries. I was disappointed that it wasn't strawberries, but I do like it. It's kind of collage-y nature. 2005. It has some flowers and butterflies, but also some script and some speckles and a little postage stamp on it. Not a stamp, but a, what do you call it? Cancellation stamp. And this one has music and a bird and some flowers, a cancellation stamp, and the word sing. And it says, gentle thoughts of you. And then lastly, there is a plaid background stamp. And I got some photos and slides from one vendor, and he told me, he didn't give me my change until he told me the story, that this was a very wealthy family on Long Island. The husband was a doctor, and the family was just throwing these in the trash, and he rescued them. That's the doctor, I suppose. 1960. I love this strip. That one's all creased. This one's laminated. Postcard. That's neat. Looks like, he said they're from Long Island, so this looks like it's in the city, and there are horse-drawn carriages there. But it's, you know, they're in the era where there would be vehicles, so they might just be for carriage rides, but that's an old picture. Halloween 1980. Oh, that child is not happy. Playing tennis and doing handstands. Those are cute. A wedding photograph. Beautiful portrait. There's another wedding photograph. Different ones. Very nice. And along with these came these slides. These are Piazza di Marco. And I don't know. Oh, it's art. There's Botticelli. So I wonder if this was in Italy. So they must have gotten these at a souvenir store, souvenir shop, because they are professional slides of Italian artwork. Wow. Yeah. And Italian scenery. There's the Tower of Pisa. So that's nice. And then, one more thing, besides the two I'm going to show you in the next video. This is something I've never found before. Wallpaper designs. A booklet of wallpaper designs from 1938. Let's look at these. So they're the papery ones, not vinyl. I'm going to lower my camera. $0.08 for a single roll. This was a ceiling wallpaper. Sidewall, 20 cents for a single roll with a border to match. Look at the pretty colors in that. Ooh, it's my favorite one so far. I like the plaid too. That one. Oh my goodness. So pretty. So apparently the man's wife had walked away from the table and he didn't know what to charge. He charged me $2 for this book. I hope she won't be mad. How pretty. Little birdie in a cage there. Pretty flowers. This is gorgeous. I love this little book. I know I will want to hoard it. Wow. This was a great find. Awesome. Okay, that's it for this video. What did you like the best? From the leather to the tiny books, curtains, books, wallpaper, photos, stamps, lots of good stuff to choose from. This one is one of my favorites. The leather, everything. I'm being more picky about stuff, but I'm still finding great things. So I come home with quite a bit, even though I'm being picky. But in previous years, I would come home with bags and bags of stuff. Lots of linens and books and things, and I'm being much more picky about those items. But I'm just so thrilled that I found this, so I think this has to be my favorite, and the leather. Those are my favorites. And although the Punchinella was cheap, that was a good, I mean, everything was cheap, but that was a good find also. So, okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to film my 2 scrapbooks, and I'll show you that tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video and tell me what your favorite item is. Thanks for watching. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.